Hey guys, I did this video last night, but for whatever reason it didn't upload. Um, so I'm gonna do it again. If I can get the, man, look at my hair. It's all defunct. Anyway, so, take it down. Alright, that's something better. Anyway, so, my experience with adrenal fatigue. Okay. It started about 3 years ago. I was working third shift, and I wasn't sleeping right. I wasn't eating right. I was, staying up all night, even on my days off, to spend time with my twin. And, of course, we were, sneaking around to do so, because he is married. Anyway, it's like I was working Monday through Friday, Monday night through Friday morning, and not getting a whole lot of sleep during the day, but then staying up Friday night, because I would talk to him while he was on third shift, and Saturday night I was talking to him unless I fell asleep or whatever, but I'll at least text him until he fell asleep, or until I fell asleep rather, and then we would spend time together on Sunday night, and either he would stay all night or we would be talking all night. And then I have to work Monday night, so I would try to catch a few hours sleep on Monday. Anyway, I found myself falling asleep at work, and then I was on Wednesdays I would there's this girl that I worked with, and she didn't want her Wednesdays. So we started splitting the shift, and I would go in at 8 instead of at 10:30, and I'd work part of her shift and then all of my shift. Well, then she didn't want any of her shifts, so I would go in at 2:30 in the afternoon and work until 7 o'clock Thursday morning, which really cut into my sleep time. And at that point I was really getting no sleep at all on Wednesdays. And then I got thrown on the second shift, and because my twin was my boss's boss, and he knew that I didn't want to work third shift anymore, and he found me a position where I could work second shift and make more money. And so he changed my site, and which gave me more responsibility, more money, and all I had to do was ride around all day on a golf cart. And which was cool. I really liked that job. And but it was further away from home. And so he found me another site with another 50% raise. That was a little closer to home, but it was being back on third shift. And the only problem with that job was I saw nobody at all until 6 o'clock in the morning. But all I really had to do was drive a truck around in circles in a parking lot and, you know, deal with trucks if they come in, which they rarely did. And, anyway, I started, ending up having to deal with the supervisor there, and he would keep me there until, sometimes 11 o'clock in the morning after being there all night and literally working off the clock. And so my twin didn't like that at all. You know, he wanted me home in bed within 2 hours of getting off work at 8 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, I was supposed to be at home in the bed. And, he was on day shift at this time, too. And, then fast forward 2 years, to this year, I had a car accident in January of this year. Or was it last year? It was this year. January of this year. I had a car accident. And, it messed my neck up and messed my back up. And so I started seeing this doctor who was telling me, you know, you're not getting any better. There's something going on. We gotta figure this out, you know. And he did a test for adrenal fatigue because he saw something, and me explaining to him what was going on, because he started asking me questions, you know, about work and whatever, because he saw something, you know. And, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but he saw something. So he gives me a test. This is a saliva test. For adrenal fatigue. Or adrenal burnout. He actually thought it was burnout. And ever since I got diagnosed, I've been hearing more and more about it. Which I had only heard of one case of it before I got diagnosed. And then it's like his receptionist got diagnosed with it by her family physician. And then I met a friend through another friend who also has it. And which is kind of cool because it's like now I have people to talk to, you know, that understand this whole thing, okay? And So what it really is like you're running on adrenaline so fast, like your body is like overproducing adrenaline, and then it's like hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, you know, and it wears your adrenal glands out. It's like they get tired, and then they start not producing enough adrenaline. So there are like literally days that you can't even get out of bed. You don't have the strength to get out of bed. You crawl to the bathroom. You you know, you don't feel like eating. You barely have the strength to even open your eyes. And it it can make you have like heart palpitations, and it's really scary sometimes. Like you don't know what's going on. And but my doctor that I was seeing for this, or seeing for my car accident, who gave me the test and whatever, his thing is he doesn't like chemical drugs, and he gave me what's called adrenal complex. And I've had issues with my thyroid for years. And I was able to actually get off my thyroid medicine because this adrenal complex takes care of your thyroid, your adrenal, and your other adrenal glands. And I'm actually doing really well with it. But you do have your good days and you have your bad days. And for, past couple of days, have been kind of rough. And I think a lot of it has to do with the changing of the seasons and stuff. Because, like, with Thanksgiving is like you rush and rush and rush and you try to get things done, and then you got all your Christmas stuff you gotta get done, and all this other stuff. And like right now, I just swept the kitchen floor not too long ago, and just sweeping the kitchen floor is like, oh my god, and it's like, it's so hard, and people judge you a lot when you have like stuff like this, because they think, oh, you just being lazy, No, it's not that. It's not the fact that you're being lazy. It's not the fact that... It's not that at all. It's not that you want to stay in bed all day. It's the fact that you have no choice. You're exhausted. And my doctor, he was like, you've got to quit your job. You have to quit your job. You have to quit your job. And as it turned out, I ended up getting fired from my job because I had been calling in so much. And, sorry, I bite my bottom lip a lot and I put some chapstick on. I had been calling in a lot because of this and everything. And then I was, my boss, um, not my twin, but my boss told me, you do not even think about being not 1 minute late. And then one day I ended up being there like 13 minutes late, and she let me go for being 13 minutes late. After I had never been late at all in 3 years. I'm usually early, you know. I joke around and saying I run on Indian time, which I am Cherokee Indian. Actually, I'm a mixed race. My uncle says I'm a little less than a breed, but um, in Indian time, it's like you see me when you see me, yeah. But normally, early for like work and stuff like that. So the chances of me being late is like 0 to none. And it me and some other friends have been thinking that maybe Spirit was trying to push me out of that job to, to put me somewhere else. And now that, I'm no longer there, and I've applied for multiple. I mean, I'm on Indeed almost like I am on Indeed every day, trying to find another job, and I think now that this right here is what I'm supposed to be doing for the time being until I get well. And I I'm good with that, you know. Um it's not paying the rent yet. But um thank God for my son who lives here with me. Um security, my job in security, I I loved it. I really didn't feel like I was qualified to do anything else. And I really loved it when there was like a chance I could see my twin, you know, while I was at work. Because it was funny. Um, he would show up on my job site and bring like empty binders. No papers in them, just empty binders. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I had to bring these down here. I was like, there's nothing in them. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I mean, he was just so cute when he would do that, but that's, um, hmm. If I've had people tell me that we look just alike, and like one of my best friends actually told me yesterday that it's creepy how much we look alike. But I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry. Okay, adrenal fatigue. Um, yeah, adrenal fatigue is it's not fun, and if you want to know more about it, just message me, and I'll try to you if you want to know more about it, comment below or hit me up in my email, because I'm gonna put my email down here too, and I'll talk to you about it. But I do think it needs to be more made aware of. Um, I believe that it could be being misconstrued as like chronic fatigue when it's actually your adrenaline. And I think chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue is two completely separate issues. And there's really no cure for it, but it can be managed. So if you want to know more about it, just hit me up, and I'll definitely give you some more resources to look into it. But I'm gonna go for now. I'm getting dinged and messaged and everything, so I need to take care of that. And y'all have a nice night.